Hey everyone, it's Chris, PDX Picker. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a video today. We'll be pulling 17 orders that I sold on eBay, and we'll talk a little bit about the sourcing I did today or this morning. It was a crazy day. You'll have to hear this story about where I went, this estate sale, the circumstances around it, kind of crazy. So stick around after the intro song. We'll get to pulling the orders and I'll tell you that story.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? Pez dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
All right, so as I mentioned, 17 orders for right around $650 going out the door over the past 2 days. Very good couple of days. This was Wednesday or Thursday and Friday for me in terms of the sales days. So I had a kind of a bum couple of days earlier in the week where I think I only sold 4 things, but I am ending May on a really strong note. The momentum of my business is going up, up, up. Looks like it's going to be another record month for me in terms of sales. So that's exciting. You know, a little bit about me for those of you that might be new to the channel. I'm a part-time reseller. I have been doing this for almost 3 years, over 3 years now. It started in May 3 years ago. So you know, I started out kind of slowly, and I've been just ramping up and trying to build my business more and more. We are in the little shop of hoarders, as I have started to call it now, because it's there's a big death pile forming. And based off of the stuff that I bought today, which was a lot, there's going to be even more out there. But that's okay, because this, like I said, the momentum is just going great, and I want to keep it going. So, all right, so let's go ahead and pull those orders. I'll get like 4 or so, and then I'll go into my story. It was an interesting one for sure. So first item that sold, picked this up for $5 at a garage sale just a couple weeks ago. For those of you that don't know, these are for sure must buys, and almost any, if you can verify that it's working, anything $20 or under is going to be a buy for sure. I bought this for $5. It's a Canon PowerShot A540. 6 megapixel camera. It's got some issues with it. The battery door is a little bit loose. The shutter doesn't open automatically. You kind of have to like dink it with your finger a little bit. But I sold that in like 3 days for $74.95 plus shipping. The sell-through rate on these is just insane. It's like 800% or something. You list them, they're going to sell in a matter of days. Even parts only, they will sell probably for 20 bucks. Takes a little bit longer on those. Next item that's sold, I picked this up at my favorite thrift store. It is a NIV study Bible from, I want to say, 1995. Never been really used that much at all, and picked that up for $3.99. Let's get a good view of that here. NIV Study Bible by Zondervan. It's a bonded leather cover. Nice, really nice shape. Again, these study Bibles, a lot of them, if you aren't looking at them, I recommend you do. They are relatively quick sales. This one sold for me in like 2 or 3 days, and it sold for, I took an offer. Somebody offered me $33.41 plus shipping, kind of a random amount. Had it listed for $35 or for $40, but yeah, $4 into $33.41 in a few days. Study Bibles, be on the lookout. They're in good condition. And I mean, some of them aren't great, so I definitely look them up before you buy them, unless they're like $1. But they are very quick sales, or they can be, and for some good money. Next item that's sold, well, this item and one more. This is just a little dinky thing. Picked up a lot of silver charms. This is 800 silver. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. It's this little guy here. It says Firenze on there, which is Italian for Florence. And on the back, it's stamped 800. Sold that for $9.95 plus shipping. I picked these up for right around $3 a piece. I have 3 others that I'm not even sure if I've listed them all, but just a little sale on that one. And then next is a pair of beater on clouds. Yeah, next item that sold is a pair of on clouds. This is my first pair that I found, or that was at a decent price anyway, that I bought and sold. So on cloud for those of you that don't know, great brand for sure of running shoes. They look like this. This is the logo there. The soles on them are pretty well used. Even with that, I mean, these are like, somebody ran a lot of miles or walked a lot of miles in these. And I picked those up for $4.99 at my thrift store, and they still sold for $30 plus shipping. So that is just a testament to the power of On Clouds. They are one of the best-selling shoe brands, I think, out there on the market today, besides maybe Hoka's. So, all right, let's get into this estate sale story. It's just interesting. It's actually sad, very sad, I would say. I'll start off with a little bit of background. I had found this estate sale posting on Facebook that looked really good. It was about 6 paragraphs of explanation on what was going to be for sale there. There was just a ton of tools. They listed Snap-on, Mac, SK Tools, Craftsman, a few other really high dollar brand name tools. And I actually just purchased my first Snap-on tool yesterday. I don't come across them too often, and they're very high priced, and I paid up for the one yesterday just because I wanted to start the process of buying and reselling Snap-on, because that's a really good brand, for those of you that don't know. So I saved this estate sale listing, and they had posted that they didn't want any early birds, so they were going to post the address the night before. So on Thursday night, this is Friday morning today. And I saved the post. I look Thursday night, there's no address. I look this morning, there's no address. There's kind of a map pinpoint on the Facebook posting that I thought, oh, maybe they put it on the map, but they didn't actually list the address in the listing. I go to that location. Thankfully, it was in my town, so it wasn't that far. Definitely not there. But in the process of driving to that, or attempting to drive to that sale, I came across 2 other estate sales. One was not that great. The other one is this interesting story that I'll go into more detail here. So I walk inside. It is pretty quickly evident that it's like not a company-run estate sale, which, in my opinion, those are the best sales to find. Family-run estate sales, I think, are one of the best places for resellers to look for items, and today proved to be the case. I found a lot of really, really good stuff. So I spent probably an hour plus there. And it wasn't huge by any means, but there was just a lot of good stuff that I really wanted to take the time to go through. Everything from, old vintage glassware. I think I got some uranium glass candle holders, although I have to test them with my blacklight. I didn't have it there. I got some Harley stuff. I got a gun holster. I got a really nice self-emptying Roomba vacuum that probably they can sell for as much as $600 new online. It was $10. Probably going to keep that for our own personal use. I got a really huge HP computer, also going to say for $25 for personal use. Just a ton of great stuff. Some nice costume jewelry, a couple of women's citizen watches for like $1 each. Just a great sale. At the end of it all, I had this big pile, and there was like 6 or 7 helpers there, and one of the helpers was nice enough to help me carry the stuff out to my car. First time we go out, we're just chit-chatting, asking how the sale is going. Second time we go out, I just asked, even though I knew the answer to this, I just asked her. I said, "Was this a company-run sale, or is this family, friends?" And she's like, "Oh, it's family, friends." And then she goes on to just kind of blow my mind here, and trigger warning for those of you with any sort of self-harm issues, maybe fast forward. But it turns out that the couple that lived there took their own lives, and they had no family, or no family that they stayed in contact with. Turns out, though, that there was a long lost nephew who was the product of an affair. He was born to a woman who I believe had an affair with one of the family members of this household, and consequently had been shunned and ignored his entire life. He was probably in his I would say late 50s at this time, and So through the efforts of the probate court, they searched and found that he was the last surviving family member of this couple that had owned the house, and so he was the sole heir. So they gave him the whole estate, house, and everything, all the contents. And the house is valued at about $400,000. There's no mortgage on it. The contents they just were kind of getting rid of because they had things priced, some things priced up. Most of it they just wanted to literally just get rid of it. That's why the prices were so good. And so that's where we found ourselves today. So the woman that was helping me out actually was a friend of, like a couple friend. Her and her husband were friends of the nephew, the surviving nephew, and they were just there to help out. So I don't have this part confirmed. And again, don't listen to this if you don't, if you have any sort of squeamish issues. But there was one room, so the whole upstairs of the house was not accessible, and they just said it, it's dirty. Don't nothing up there is for sale, which is fine and somewhat normal. There was this one room of downstairs that I went into, and when I first walked in, there was one other person there, and kind of got like a body odor smell, and at first I thought, boy, this person hasn't showered recently. So I walked around and didn't find anything in that room. Then I left. But I always, especially on a sale like this, want to go through everything twice. So I went back to the room. This time I was by myself in there. I ended up finding a really nice pair of Carhartt overalls for $10. Second pair of Carhartt overalls I've found for $10 in the last 2 days. Kind of crazy. But for whatever reason, this is a Carhartt overall kind of weekend. So I was near the Carhartt overalls. I walked to a closet to look at some more clothes. And then that smell hit me again. That smell from earlier when I was in the room before. But this time it was body odor mixed with just like a much, much, much stronger smell of just not good. Couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Didn't think anything of it other than, I hope I don't buy anything with that smell on it. That was my only concern is, gosh, something around here doesn't smell good. I hope I don't, inadvertently buy something with that smell on. I took a quick whiff of the overalls and they were fine. And then I left the room. So I hadn't heard the story at that time, the story that the woman told me. But as I'm driving home, I put two and two together of what I think might have happened, which is perhaps they weren't found for a while, and that might have been the smell that I was getting. So anyway, I'm not going to go into details because nobody needs to hear it, but I think you can probably put two and two together based off of what I'm talking about. That was crazy. So thankfully, though, on my drive home, there was no smells in the car. I want to be sensitive here. It was a terrible scenario, terrible situation. So, thoughts to all involved with that. Although it sounds like there wasn't a lot of family or friends other than this long lost nephew. So I don't think there's a lot of survivors to have to mourn this, but nonetheless, in terms of my perspective, it's never good to walk into a scenario like that. I didn't feel like I was taking advantage of them at all. They just wanted to get the stuff gone. I didn't dicker on any of the prices, so because they just were that good to begin with. And on the drive home, I don't think I bought anything that carried that smell over. So it was definitely an eventful couple of hours, that's for sure. All right, the time is a ticking, so let's go pull some more items here real quick. Sold a pair of Duluth jeans of some sort. Can't remember what the model is. They are the Ballroom Double Flex jeans. These aren't as good as the Flex Fire Hose jeans. I believe that's the term. But Duluth is still a decent brand. Picked these up for, I don't know, probably more than I should have. Here's what they look like, the Ballroom Double Flex jeans. It's not in the best of condition, and these sold for $16 plus shipping. I probably paid $8 for them. So here's a carded action figure I'm just trying to get rid of. I'm going through I'm going back again. Those of you who've watched my channel for a long time, I do this every now and then, as I hope you do as well. Which is, I go through my inventory that is half a year old, 6 months old or more. Is this one that's sold? And I just am ready to get rid of it. So it's this Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic. This is a Toy Biz from 1994. I don't know if that will come through, but the card is not in good condition. And these aren't that collectible to begin with. So even in pristine condition, this might get 18 bucks or so. I sold it $8.95 plus shipping. I paid around $5 each for them. So just trying to essentially get my money back on those. And this is a little bit better sale. This one sold really quick. This is a North Face puffer vest. Picked this up for, I want to say $4 at a garage sale maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it sold for $16 plus shipping. I've been still selling jackets and vests and things like that with some regularity, so people definitely, if you price it low enough, I'm definitely not trying to get top of the market, they will still sell year round, so that's nice. Here is a VTech baby monitor. The actual monitor itself I picked up for $1 at a yard sale, and it sold for $20. I didn't really get a good look at where I just said it was. Was it an 11? Yeah, it's an 11. So here it is right here. Just the monitor itself, not the speaker or anything like that. Turned it on, it works well. Picked that up for $1, sold for $20 plus shipping on that one. This next one I picked up at Thriftapalooza. About 7 people watched that video, so you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But that was an indoor flea market that had, I don't know, 40, 50 vendors in there. Let me set this down. And I found this Tiffany box here. Opened it up, it was like a gift set, but only one thing was left in there, and it was a scented lotion. Where are you? There it is. So this scented lotion here sold for $39.95 plus shipping, or perfumed body lotion. Bought this for $4. I have the box listed separately for $10. I don't know, somebody might want to buy a Tiffany gift box, and but nonetheless, this lotion, bought it for $4, sold it for $40. In that same section, kind of took a shot in the dark on this, and so far it's definitely paid off. I sold 2 of these to 2 separate buyers. This Mission Max Muscle Rehab No Mess Roll-On Gel appears to be like a baseball themed, or like they partnered with Major League Baseball to sell like a kind of like a muscle reliever. So if you have sore muscles, you roll that on. And picked this up. I picked 9 of them up for $10 at a thrift store. This is not sold anymore, so if somebody has like fond memories of that brand, and they will buy it. So I sold both of those for $21.90 free shipping on that, which is kind of crazy. I think that some people have, I guess, fondness for or attachments to certain types of products, including muscle reliever. All right, this is the second one of my toners that's sold. This one is an open box, HP 90A. It's open box, but it is still not used. Picked this up for $10, and that sold for $75 plus shipping. Wish I had a bunch more of those, because man, those those are great sales. They are easy to ship. Basically just tape this up a little bit and slap a label on there. It's good to go. So next item that's sold, part of that old inventory. This is just a frightening shelf. It's just part of the reason why I want to sell this stuff. So these are these realistic dolls here, and this one sold. Had him listed for $90 or $100 for a long time. Put that bag on there to protect him, but it looks kind of weird. So this guy here, cute little guy, for sure. Sold him, picked him up for $5 last year at the church rummage sale, my favorite church rummage sale, and he finally sold for $25 plus shipping. I really reduced the price on that because I just want to get him out, and kind of have a soft spot for the buyers of these. Sometimes these are folks that have gone through a personal trauma of some sort, and you know, send them a low-priced doll to hope, or just people that like to collect those. Either way, get it out of here, still make a good profit. This next item is this is the third time I've sold this bad boy, and I think for sure it will not be returned this time. It is this Sleep Number remote. I sold it for parts or repair only because it's been returned to me twice for not working, and this one I still sold for $30 plus shipping. Paid 50 cents for it. All right, what else do we got here? We've got 3 more items. This one I got for free. Actually just sold kind of its counterpart the other day, or meaning that I got it the same place. Got a sold a hello? It's both the same thing. Yeah. Sold a remote control for like a RC thing that I got for free. Sold that for $20 free shipping, and then I sold this Nyko 1294 4-hour quick charger also for free. That I got it for free. I didn't sell it for free, but I sold it for $11.95 free shipping on that one. And I have one more of those available. So 2 more items. This next one that sold, it's a pair of Converse. So I sold another pair of Converse. I think this is like the 4th or 5th one that I've sold. So I can finally stop saying they're my worst or least favorite brand of shoe to resell. They are just one that I don't like. So these are a pair of kids Converse All-Stars in really good condition, probably worn, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't remember how much I picked these up for, but it was probably too much. I want to say it was $5. Hopefully it was 2, but we'll just say for the sake of my bad luck on Converse, I paid $5 for them, and they sold for $19 plus shipping on that. Those are a size kids 11, so Converse and kids shoes selling, it's like a crazy trifecta. All right, this last item that sold, kind of a sad story, in that when I bought it originally, I thought it was going to be a home run, but it didn't. Turned out to, maybe if I'd waited long enough, maybe it would have been, but I decided to just get some money out of it. Pretty sure I lost money on it, but it's this beauty right here. I'll show it to you here in a little bit more detail after I put this box away. So I'm not entirely certain if the market on these, if there ever was one, ended maybe 2 years ago when I bought this. So what this is an antique Jennings Brothers, it's marked on it right there, JB, jewelry casket box. They call them casket box because I guess they look a little bit like a casket, and it's just this very ornate metal, cast metal box. The inside is missing So this lining, there should be something similar down there. It is missing, but you know, the primary reason you're going to buy something like this is because of the beauty on the outside. These have sold in the past for over $400. Maybe they've been a little bit bigger, but this exact one has sold for, I think, $400 and some back maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So I bought it for $40, thinking I might have, you know, a 10x sale on that. So I had it listed for $400, and then I dropped it to $340. And I've had a few watchers. I have not had a single offer that entire time. I've listed it on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, obviously. Maybe could have had it listed on Etsy, but I don't sell on Etsy. And long story short, I just said, screw it. I want to get rid of it. It doesn't take up a lot of room, but I've had it for like 2 years, 2+ years. So I put it on auction, starting bid of $25. But one day into the auction, I had a bid for $25, and things were looking good. Had a few watchers, and then by about day 5, I had 10 watchers, and somebody bid it up $27. Still had high hopes at maybe there'd be a little bit of a bidding, you know, frenzy at the end or near the end, and it sold for $27. So somebody got a good deal on it, and I hope they enjoy it. I'm happy to at least get some of my money back on it, but that is the life. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but at least it wasn't a bad loss. So all right guys, that is it for the episode today. This has been going for probably 25+ minutes. Won't have time to show you some of the things that I bought at out at the estate sale today. I kind of went over it though verbally, so at least you get some idea. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you did like it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Appreciate y'all out there. Good luck in any endeavors that you're partaking in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.